Yes, children, now coming to the second part of Unit 3, Prose, Empowered Women Navigating the World. Now, the next question. What were your aims and how did you work to achieve them? Now, the question led to the crews. The interviewer, she asked them, what were your aims and how did you work out to achieve your aims? For that, Vatika Joshi, she answers them. I wanted to make sure that I complete this journey with ultimate honesty. I didn't set out for a destination. It was the journey that mattered to me the most. So Vatika Joshi, she explains, saying that she wanted to make sure that she would complete the journey with ultimate honesty. Honesty in the sense, not completing the journey just like that. When you get down in a task, there should be an ultimate honesty. And I didn't set out for a destination. She says, she didn't set out for any destination. Destination is just reaching my goal just like that. No, but reaching the goal in an honest manner. There should be an honesty in any task what you take. It was a journey that mattered to me the most. So, my contention was to make sure that we go by the rules of circumnavigation, which say that you don't have to use any auxiliary means of repulsion and you don't have to take anybody else's assistance. I grasped that completely. She says that she was in a stern effort. Contention in the sense it is sternest effort. She made her effort to go on with the circumnavigation rules. For each and every task, children, you have certain rules. You should follow those rules. It's not that just you complete the task just like that. No, when you follow the rules and complete the task, for sure you will reach success. And that is what here Vatika Joshi also says. So I went on along with the rules. These rules only supported me to achieve success. Now, the next question laid on them. Name that one quality of yours that enabled you to complete this expedition successfully. Now, the next question. The interviewer, she posed the next question. What is the quality that enabled you to complete the task successfully? For that, again, Vatika Joshi, she replies, whenever the winds dropped, it wouldn't have taken me even a fraction of a second to switch on the engine and say, let's go 1 mile ahead. She says, when the winds drop, only when there is wind, the ship moves. When the wind is in a force to the direction where we go, gradually, the ship keeps moving. But when the wind drops down, when there is no wind, obviously the ship stands still. It stands where it is. And she says, it would have not taken her a fraction of a second to switch on the engine. But what did she do? Let us see. But instead of me, something poked me and said that you have to be honest with yourself, and this expedition has to be done with honesty. I am glad that we were able to finish it successfully without the use of the engine. But Vatika Joshi says, though there was no current, there was no wind power, we did not switch on the engine. It's something poked in our mind, saying that honesty matters a lot. Our expedition should move on with the wind task. It should move on, not that just switching on engine and going around the world. No, that is not at all an expedition. So we wait for some time. Only after the wind occurs, we started our journey, but we did not on the engine. Without owning the engine, we completed our expedition. Now, next question. As the head of the crew, how did you involve the team? Now, again, interviewer, she posed the question. What is the next question? She asked, as a head of the crew, how did you involve the team? How did you engage everyone in the team? There were 6 women in the team. How did you engage everyone? For that, Vartika Joshi, she replies, we all sail and train the same amount, and everybody has their own way of dealing with situations. But that was a good thing. No, she said that they all were trained in the same manner. We were trained in the same amount. Everybody, we were dealing with same situation. What difficulty one had, the same other also faced, and what good thing the other had, the same everyone faced. No, we were put up together in the same task. So we all faced the same goodness and difficulty, because we could discuss different ways of solving a problem and choose the best one. In fact, I would say it was easier for us to collaborate and work together. Now, how did they complete the task? How was everyone involved in the task, in the sense when they face any problem? Everyone came out with different solution. All 6 crew in the team, all came with different solution, but the best solution was taken under task. They didn't have that grudge. No, only my idea should be taken forward. Only my idea should work out. They didn't have that grudge, but the best solution was taken apart. When you are out at sea, teamwork is the most important in the middle of the crisis. Even during the storm, when 3 people would be out on watch, the other 3 would be inside, wouldn't be able to rest. Somebody would heat the water, the other person would heat the gloves, because it was raining also. So team effort actually helped in navigating through the 20-hour long storm. I feel that I had been along then, it would have been a nightmare to deal with the challenges that the sea throws at you. Again, for the same question, Payal Gupta, she says, when you are out at sea team, all must get on to the work. Everyone must show the importance to the work. You must be alert in the work. So when we were in the ship, even though it was raining, we 3 were inside the ship and 3 were outside. When we were inside the ship, we used to heat the water and heat the gloves. Though it was raining outside, we had the teamwork. 3 people inside and 3 people outside. And throughout 20 hours long storm, we worked continuously for that 20 hours storm. We didn't vex ourselves. Somehow or the other, we worked and we came out successfully. Now, next question. Share your experience about the most challenging task while sailing. Now, here the interviewer, she posed the other question. She asked, what is your experience about most challenging task while sailing? See, while sailing, you might have come across so many hurdles. Of all that, what was the most challenging task? What was the greatest trouble? That was the question. Now, Vartika Joshi, she replies again. The sea can get really tough when winds are picking up. Those are the times we had to be active and need to anticipate what could be there ahead. There is all possibilities for sea to get really tough. It's not that always sea is calm. At times, sea goes tough. And when winds are picking up, for sure, sea goes tough. And those are the time we have to be active. We must think in a proper manner to come out with solution, what to be done, to anticipate in the sense to expect what would be there ahead, what trouble would be there ahead, what would be there in the sense, what trouble we'll be facing further on. That is the meaning there. In the southern Pacific, we encountered a storm where the sea were almost 9 to 10 meters high and the winds were picking up to 60 to 70 knots. Children, in the southern part of the sea, we encountered a storm where 90 to 10 meters high of winds were picking up, and 60 to 70 knots in the sense a unit of speed equal to 1 nautical miles per hour, exactly 1.852 kilometers per hour, which is about a Horatian force of wind on land. It is normal to see where there is hardly any landmass to stop the wind. It is Horatian in the sense a severe tropical cyclone. Now, when cyclone occurs, it was really difficult for them to manage themselves. The force of the wind, where they couldn't balance, they couldn't withstand the force of the wind. The force of the wind per hour, it was 1.852 kilometer per hour. And even then, in that storm, somehow they made themselves to cope up with them. It is normal on the sea where there is hardly any landmass to stop the winds. It is not like land, children. Just imagine, in land you can go hide yourself somewhere else you can do. But in sea, what can you do? It is really a tough task. But even then, somehow they manage themselves. It was also a blissful experience when something broke down, and after a lot of hard work and effort, we were able to fix it together. And apart from that, sometimes it is a blissful experience, hectic experience when something it goes problematic in the sea, something get broke down, and then coming out with proper task, they really faced much difficulty. We will remember this incident as well because it gave us the strength to move on, and if something went bad, we were able to overcome those challenges. But even then, whatever might be, somehow or the other, we came out with all the difficulties. We really felt much difficulty when the storms pick up. When there is heavy storm, it was very difficult for us to manage to overcome with those storms. But even then, somehow or the other, we overcome all those challenges. Now, next question. How adventurous was your trip? Now, the next question posted to them, they ask, how adventurous was your trip? Vartika Joshi, when we were crossing the Tasman Sea, we witnessed the brilliant southern lights from sea. It was rare to watch that in those months, that too from sea. Now, Vartika Joshi, she was saying, when they were crossing the Tasman Sea, they witnessed one brilliant southern light, something very rare to see. They were surprised to see that sort of brightness in the sea. We were absolutely awestruck as we were not expecting it to see the entire sea lit up in the green light. They didn't had any idea of such a green light in the sea. They were awestruck in the sense they were dumbstruck. They were surprised to see such a green light in the sea. There was bioluminescence, dolphins swimming in the wake of the boat like our neighbors, and a variety of sea creature. You know what is bioluminescence, children? Bioluminescence in the sense the production of light by living organisms. They could see so many organisms where light produces within them. This all happened in mid of the sea, in between the sea it happened, and they could see dolphins swimming in the wake of the boat. Surrounded to the boat, they could see dolphins as if they were the neighbors to them. They were moving around the boat, jumping, dancing, moving from here to there. These dolphins, they really amused them. They were happy to see these dolphins, and they were surprised to see the luminous light over there. We spotted a dead sperm whale once, and we thought it was an island from a distance. It was so huge. We are not specialists, so whenever we spotted something in the sea, we had to Google it to learn more about the species. Now, after some time, they spotted one dead sperm whale. once they spotted one dead sperm, and from a far distance they thought that it was an island. But why they thought? Actually, that was not an island, children. It is a dead sperm. It's a whale. A large whale fish, and they thought it is an island because the structure of the whale is so huge, where they mistook that to be an island. Actually, that was not an island, and moreover they were not that much good enough to identify the species in the sea, and finally they had to Google it, and they had to learn about various species. Now, how did you, the next question posed on them is, how did your crew spend time deep in the sea? The next crew posted, the interviewer, she asked, how could you crew spend the time in deep sea? What did you all do in your leisure hours? During circumnavigation, we picked up some hobbies and kept posting pictures of delicacies like golgappas and cakes. We also read books when the weather was pleasant and did some quilling and craft work. For that Swati, she answers, she says, during circumnavigation, when we were sailing in the boat, we picked up some hobbies, and we kept engaged ourselves, and we posted some pictures of delicacies in the sense qualities of delicates, like golgappas, you know what it is? It is like pani puris, and cakes. They cooked various dishes. That is how they spend their time. We also read books when the weather was pleasant and did some quilling and craft work. Apart from that, they read some books also. They did some quilling and craft work. Quilling, there's embroidery work, some hand works, craft works, something. They kept themselves engaged. While team leader Joshi read comics and the Ramayana during her journey. I love cooking as well, so I indulge in baking. So our team leader Joshi, when she was reading Ramayanam during the journey, the other crew, they like to do what they wish. They started doing cooking work and baking, craft work, so many works they kept doing it. I also like crafting a lot, so I used to make lampshades. I love it when people appreciate the food that I cook. So I gave my crew members the best dish that was possible on land with the limited resources that we had on the boat. They started cooking various foods, and they prepare themselves. They enjoy various foods that they could make, and also they made certain handworks or some crafting work with the things what they had. They made some handworks also. Now Vatika Joshi, she says, 6 is a great number. We were always entertained. We watched movies, listened to music, and you won't believe some of the goodies the crew resulted up in our tiny pantry. Even while sailing in rough seas, we made parathas, baked cakes and breads, and even made halwas and rasgullas. Again, Vatika Joshi, she says, 6 members, it's a great number. We 6 enjoyed. We really, we entertained ourselves. How did we entertain ourselves? In the sense, we watched movies, we listened for music, and also, she says, you will not believe, apart from that, we had, some attractive things we made, and some of the goodies the crew rustled up in our tiny pantry. Pantry in the sense, a small room or a cupboard. While sailing the rough sea, we made parathas, baked cakes, and then bread. So many things they enjoyed as well as they ate. They enjoyed in both the ways, children. They enjoyed dancing, singing, music, and eating, cooking, craft work in various ways. They enjoyed themselves. We celebrate festival at sea. When we think about it now on land, we remember the Diwali we spent at sea. We celebrated 3 birthdays, including the first birthday of the boat Also specific occasions like crossing the equator, the international date line and such. No, she says we celebrated festivals at sea. Apart from enjoying themselves, no, they celebrated some festivals also at sea. It seems. What festivals they celebrated in the sense Diwali festival they celebrated. Apart from that, they celebrated 3 birthdays, including the first birthday of the boat. Also a specific occasion like crossing the equator, first birthday of the boat in the sense the first day when they took off the boat from Goa. Okay, so the first birthday they enjoyed, and then crossing the equator, international date line, so many things they enjoyed. What motivated you to fulfill the country's expedition? Now the next question was laid on them is, what motivated you to fulfill the country's expectation? Country is expecting something from you. So what motivated you? Swati, she answers, we knew that the entire country was watching us and praying for us, so we never wanted them to have a single day thinking that we are in trouble. No, Swati, she says, we knew whatever we do, no, we knew country is watching us and also praying for our safety. And that is how, no, we never wanted them to have a single day thinking what we are in trouble. Swati, she says, we really don't want people to know about our troubles. We knew that it is going to happen, but the people out there did not know what kind of challenges were we facing. We know what trouble we were undergoing. We know we went on with so many challenges, with so many trouble, but we didn't want people to know all our troubles. So one of the motives that we kept in mind was that we did not want to frighten them. We decided that once the circumnavigating was over, we are going to show what we have actually gone through. No, why we didn't say them about our troubles in the sense we don't want them to get worried on ourselves. Thinking about us, we really don't want them to get worried. That is why we didn't tell them the challenges what we were facing over there. Somehow, we know somehow after our task gets over, we will convey them the trouble what we underwent. Somehow we'll convey them. So we didn't come out with the troubles. The next question, as a woman, how would you consider this expedition? Now the next question posted on them is, as a woman, how would you consider this expedition? What consideration is this expedition? It is a matter of great honor, and we couldn't have imagined anything better for our cast of. Of course, we being an all-women team, it is a great boost to women in the country. Vatika Joshi, she says, it's a matter of great honor. Being a woman, this expedition is a matter of great honor for us. It's a honor for entire women of the country. But as we are going as sailors, and as we sailors have seen that the sea does not discriminate between genders, it is always gender neutral, and we have realized that genders does not play a role in sailing. Vatika Joshi, she says, the sea does not discriminate any gender in the sense, the sea doesn't say only men should sail on me, or only female should sail on me. No, the sea doesn't say only female should sail or men. No, sea doesn't discriminate any gender. It is we the people who discriminate the gender. It is always gender neutral, and we have realized that gender does not play a role in sailing, but to boost the morale in the country and for more women to take in adventurous like sailing, I feel it is great that an all-women team had been formed to undergo this expedition. So finally, Vatika Joshi, she says, where sea does not discriminate any gender, why should we people discriminate the gender? But anyways, it was a great reward for entire women's society where they could come out with this expedition, with this successful expedition. So isn't it, children? It's not a great task on women, to the entire women society. This is a great task, isn't it? Hope you would have understood this lesson, children. Anyways, go through the lesson once.